Hi guys, so I recently showed you guys all the new kits that Spellbinders has brought out for August of 2024, which is called the Deluxe Caboodle, which has all the different kits, and of course you can pick them up all a la carte, or the Deluxe Caboodle, right? So today I'm going to focus on the Stencil, I think, and then let's use the small dies of the month. Why not? So I have them still here on this board. I recently showed you how to use the glimmer, or just an idea on how to use that, but of course everyone has all kinds of great ideas for those. But today we're going to try the stencil, and then I still have these guys on here, so we have a ton of words on here that we can play with. Somebody had mentioned that these words really go with the new scrapbooking collections that Spellbinders is putting out, so that's really great. And another use of it, right? So these are a little bit smaller. The other ones are more like title words, but they're the same font. So Spellbinders did send these items free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links, so thank you for using those if you would like. Again, just down in the description box there. So what I'm going to do is do a background with our Stenciling, an A2 size card, because that's generally what I work with. And then we'll just pop on some of these words on top, probably thanks or something, you know, or you have thanks enclosed, or, you know, miss you. I don't know, we have the word big, but, you know, wish, thinking, I think this is wonderful, have, you know, friend, hugs. There's just so many ways to mix and match those. I did go through everything in that first video, so I'll link that video in the description box, and I always have it there so you can go back and see everything, sizing, and all these fun things that I normally include in those kind of videos, but today we're just going to hop right to it. So let me grab some papers, some inks, and we'll get started. So I just made my own card base, and if you're essentially making an A2 size card base, you have an A2 size piece of paper, right, 8.5 by 11. On the 11-inch side, cut it at 5.5, score it at 4 1/4. I'm going to make a matte layer for that. That'll be our stenciling. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it down now, but you can definitely just do 4 1/4 by 5.5 and then trim it down as you like. But I'm doing 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Those are my preferred matte layer sizes. And we will go from there. There are 5 stencils in the stencil of the month. I love that they're doing a stencil month. I think it's really great. The first 2 are greenery. If you're really looking at it, at least that's what it looks like. So you put it together, it looks like leaves and things, stems. And then 3 and 4 are more of like the flowers and the flower centers, or like accent piece, should I say? Because then the last one has like the real flower centers, or like accent piece. So we can see that some more in the greenery too. So just kind of think of it that way as you're working with it. So number 1, it does have little registration corners. I'm basically going to kind of pay attention to that for a little bit. I already cut my paper down, so my paper is a little bit smaller than A2, so I'm just going to look at it and kind of keep an idea of that it's right inside the corners. Generally your paper, if it's A2 size, would go right to the top of the corner, right, the edge. Mine's more like towards the inside, and that's fine. And I'm just going to tape that down a little bit and just use a couple different greens or whatever fun color you want to use if you don't want to do green. I think things like this look lovely in like blues too. So I'm going to start with this meadow. It's a lighter green color that I have here. And any inks will work. You can use hybrid inks, you know, whatever it is that you like to use. These are water-based dye inks, which is actually pretty cute, because if you stencil on that and then you add a little bit of water like spritzing over it, you can make it look more distressed and fun. So something to think about. That's number 1, and I don't have to rinse it off that quickly because it is dye ink. It usually rinses off pretty well, so I can just put that to the side for now. And then number 2, again, I'm looking at this in a way that it was right on the inside of my corners, right? But also pay attention, because although I'm eyeballing that, and I can see that this stencil line bisects this one right here, and then over here too, like it just comes through, so I can make sure that I'm in the right spot. That looks really good. And let's go with a darker green, or a different green. Let's go with this one. And our flowers look like they have one color and then the accent, right? So I'm just going to do them all one color. I don't know if there's different kinds of flowers in that stencil. This is going to be a very quick video, you guys. I have a feeling. Yeah. Ah, don't do it. Okay, it moved on me, and I was going to finish that up, but let's go ahead and put that back exactly where it was. That's fine. I want to do a little bit darker with this one. So let's go in a little bit with a little more force. I do want it to look different. My goodness, what is going on today? I am just not taping these things down very well. Let's make sure that's there, and this is where it was, would be great. Right there. Okay, I'm going to hold that down with my hand and try to be a little more gentle. That's definitely just because the way I stuck it down, guys. Obviously, it has nothing to do with the stencil. There you go. Now get that darker. I have not thought about what color I want to do my flowers, but you know, I love pink. So I'm thinking pink. So let's bring out stencil number 3, and again, I'm looking at the registration lines, but I'm also knowing that they're going to fit exactly where they need to be, like on these little stems and things. So even though I'm looking at the registration line, I'm still trying to line it up in a way that avoids those green areas as much as I can, right, the way it's supposed to be. Perfect. You know, this would be a really fun one for that last stencil to be like glitter paste or something like that, right, because it's just accents on everything, so something to think about. I did not grab a brush for this yet. So I'm using pink. I always use this one for pinks and reds, but that's just how I do it. Let's go with this taffy. So that's a really light pink. My hands have stuff all over them, so I'm going to try not to get in the areas where it's going to be pink. This is really pretty. They're really nice, dainty little flowers there. Get that in there. Oh, you know what? These geraniums. These are geraniums, aren't they? That's cute. I have geraniums out in the yard that I don't even pay attention to, and they just live. We hadn't turned on our sprinklers in a long time. I don't know why. We're just like, whatever. And so I don't know how they get their water, to be honest. I don't really water them. I water the things that are in the pots. But these guys are just there. But that's what you hear about them, right? They're impossible to kill, basically. Okay, so this one, I'm just eyeballing, and I think everything's pretty good. This one's kind of in a funky spot, so something's not lining up quite right there. Okay, there you go. I just brought it back in. And there we go. Cute. Okay, I'll use this berry color. Ooh, it's brighter. I don't know if it's darker, but just going over the same area twice, even with the same color, will give you another depth because you're doubling it up. Ooh, how pretty. Oh yeah, it's definitely geraniums. Okay, and then this last one has accents for everybody, so let's see what we're doing here. Again, lining up my corners as much as I can, kind of the way I had it, and then just making sure everything is kind of where it needs to be after that. And that's only because, like I said, I cut my paper down, so it's a little bit different. That is perfect. So what accent color do I want? I'm probably going to do like a brown, just so that they're all the same. I mean, we can do a green. I mean, you can just concentrate each little flower area, right, if you want something different. I think I'm just going to go for it in a brown that's not super duper dark, so maybe this burlap color. But it is pretty easy to see each flower. Like, honestly, if you're focusing on this part, it's all going to be the same, and then just kind of go into each little flower. But I'm just going to go in with this brown color. Some of these areas are pretty small, so just make sure you're really getting in there. And then after that, we'll just get this matte layered up, and then, well, not really matte layered, I'm not going to put a background on it, just put it on our card basically, and add our thanks or whatever word we want to use from our small set. See if there's something. It's alright. And there it is with the accents, and look how that just makes it all pop. Alright, I'm going to go rinse these off, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so let's just glue this on here, and that is just so pretty and fresh and clean. I love it. Oh my gosh. think of all the colors, I mean, combinations, everything. Like I said, that last one, if you wanted to go in there with some glitter paste or something, that'd be really cute. Maybe some green, some brown, some gold. That would accent everything with a cute little gold look. Lovely. Oh, my hands are a little bit wet. Okay, so I'm going to put that over to the side. I'm trying not to touch it too much because, again, my hands are kind of wet. And let's get the word, I think, thanks. Yep. And I have this gold and like this really pretty kind of coral color. And I'm thinking about doing the thanks out of this gold. And then cutting, or the background, sorry. And then doing the actual lettering from the coral color. Because it's not quite the same color, but it accents. So this way it'll kind of keep it up off of that area. And it'll look like it matches better than if it was right on there. So I'm just going to run these guys through. Let's see here. Using the same tape I used for my stenciling. And let's run it through the Scout. Why not? Super cute. And again, it's just your sandwich, so both platforms, because we're just die cutting. And our word, and this guy. And let's run that through. Super duper cute. Oh, there already came out, which is great. So I keep the Scout right next to me, and I just have the plates, the whole plate set sitting here, along with the embossing folder it came with, and then I just set this on top. And that's kind of how I keep it all together. Let me know how you keep yours together. And okay. The words are nice and not like super delicate, you know. So I'm just going to go through and try to put just the smallest amount of glue. I don't want it to stick out everywhere and get all over that gold. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so cute. I'll give you an idea of how big the lettering is. I think I measured it in the other video, but obviously I hadn't die cut it yet. So, like on the K, it is ½ an inch, and then over here it's, you know, like 3/8 of an inch. So they're pretty nice size for your cards. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm going to put it down in here, of course. I'm going to put some dimensionals on this, like some low profile ones, and I'll be right back. Some low profile dimensionals on there, and I'm just going to pop that on here. Awesome. I mean, the small die of the month is so useful. I love it. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. You know, you want to add some little pearls, some little rhinestones, that kind of thing. I love the stenciling. I just want that to be the focal point there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all at the next one. Again, the links will be there for you. Images coming up. Bye now.